What's up, boys? This is the annual draft recap. It was a good one. There was some contention. We had most of the people in the Zoom call. That was nice.
Yeah, no,
our commissioner was butt ass naked. That was interesting. I mean, he is in California, so I guess it makes sense. But
there's a heat wave going on right now.
There is a heat wave.
Yes.
I think we all should have drafted naked because we all just posted in our group chat how hot it was in our particular locations.
Yeah.
And it was hot. It was hot. It was a hot one.
It was a hot one.
It was a hot one. But yeah, let's get right to it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little recap on each individual team's draft, starting in the order that we drafted. So Joe first, Luther, Bobby, so on and so forth. And then at the end, we're going to have our 5 awards, I think. 5 awards, yeah.
Yes.
We'll have like best name, best draft, worst draft, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, all right, let's get started. So we got you coming up first. Shout out to everyone who took 2 quarterbacks so that you couldn't take 1.
Gosh damn it. I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, all right, everybody's taking a quarterback. I can kind of just hold off and just keep, piling up, stockpiling. And people kept drafting quarterbacks.
They just kept drafting the quarterbacks. Like, Biggs straight up just stole Dak Prescott from you.
Yes, he did.
Just pulled the rug out from under you.
I'm not going to lie. That's kind of who I was eyeing at that point.
Yeah.
Because, for people who didn't see my draft, I drafted Derek Carr in the 12th round.
Yeah, that was wild. You had 3 more rounds left, and you finally took a quarterback, which Derek Carr, not terrible. He has a lot of potential upside.
He's got a lot of weapons around him,
Yeah,
too.
so like I don't mind that pick. Like Darren Waller is still a freak athlete. Devontae Adams is arguably one of the best receivers in the game.
And he's had previous chemistry with Derek Carr.
Exactly. So and Josh Jacobs is a solid running back. Like he's got people around him. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I liked one of my little tidbits. David Montgomery is gonna be okay. I'm not sold on Chicago. I like TDP, Tyrion Davis Price. One of my favorites was Romeo Doubs. I think Rodgers is just very unpredictable with who he's gonna pick that he likes, and it's you just basically tossed your hat in it. He might pick Romeo Doubs.
There's a possibility he was emerging from preseason, but I just my strategy, and I keep doing this every single year, is I'll get solid players in the first 5-6 rounds that are pretty known, and then everybody else is just rookies. Tell me you don't follow the draft closely without telling me you don't follow the draft closely,
or tell me you're obsessed with college football without telling me you're obsessed with college football. That's what I think. That's what it is.
That's more like it.
Here's the thing. All in all, it's not the best draft, but it's not the worst draft. You have Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
You have Jonathan Taylor. You can always hang your hat on that.
Yes.
So, do you have anything else on yours?
That's it.
Let's see. Oh, we had some kicker protesters. You saw? There was a couple of teams that didn't pick kickers. I think we had 4 teams that didn't pick kickers. Yeah, we had Bobby. Bobby didn't pick a kicker. Biggs didn't pick a kicker. James did pick a kicker. Never mind. And Jerv didn't pick a kicker.
So there was 3.
Yeah, and then James just picked a kicker way too high. I mean, I like Justin Tucker, but not in the 10th round.
The Sleeper app is the only app that I know of that you can you don't have to fill out the entire roster, which I like that freedom. Hey, if you don't want to fill out the roster, hey, that's on you.
If you don't want to pick a defense or a kicker, that's on you.
Yeah.
Good for you, Bobby. Bobby did not pick a defense or a kicker. I'm happy for you. If you want to leave those 2 slots open, by all means, you should be able to.
You should be able to.
All right. What else you got on yours? You got anything else?
None on mine.
Okay. Let's get to Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Again, okay, so these team names are they're updated. They're updated as of what's today? Thursday morning? September 8th. Yes. It is actually September 8th. So yeah, that's what the team names are. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I believe, is still his name, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Luther, this is the big if. So you ever seen the movie The Big Short?
Yep.
This is the big if. So I think he has a very, very good team, if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy.
Yeah, I think he was holding out hope, keeping his name as Jonathan Taylor Thomas, that he was going to get Jonathan Taylor, but I just
You had to swipe Jonathan Taylor, huh?
had to.
I don't blame you. That's like that's the move. You have to.
But yeah, I think his draft is really dependent on Christian McCaffrey.
Again, if Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, I love this because like A.J. Dillon, he might be backing up Aaron Jones, but he's a big body. He's the guy that they're going to use on the goal line. He's going to be he actually, for being a backup last year, he had decent stats. If you and look it up, it was like a good RB2 stat line. Mark Andrews is going to be the guy. Like that's it's like him and Travis Kelce, and then it's everyone else. Mm-hmm. Even though Tom Brady has a billion weapons, I think Mike Evans is going to be the clear number one. I know a lot of people. I know some people in this draft think Julio Jones. No, it's going to. I think Mike Evans is the clear number one target for Tom Brady this year.
You don't think Chris Godwin's going to be in that mix?
Oh, he will be in the mix, but I think Mike Evans is going to be the clear number one.
I mean, having the whole offseason to work with Tom Brady, that's a big plus for Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Allen Robinson, I like Juju Smith-Schuster. I think Jalen Hurts is great value where he got him in the seventh.
In the seventh round, I was going to say that.
So up and down, I think he's got a really good team. Again, if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy. So.
Yeah, my notes were like most balanced team in the
I
league.
agree. I love Drake London. Drake London is probably, like, besides Chris Olave, he's probably my favorite rookie.
Yes.
He's going to be nasty.
Just how he comes back from that injury. If it's not this year, it's going to be next year.
Yep. Okay. You got anything else on Luth's?
That's about it.
Good draft. Campbell Starbucks Cup. This is Bobby. I like his pictures, Dan Campbell. It's nice.
Showing the size of his Starbucks cup.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite all-around drafts, and I'm very biased because he has the most LSU players, and he got Mark Ingram.
Yes.
So a big Louisiana guy there.
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of like it. Like where he got Austin Eckler, I personally would have picked Derrick Henry, but I'm also stupid when it comes to drafting. A.J. Brown in Philly. DJ Moore is the guy that Baker or Darnold will throw to. Well, it's Baker starting. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just Joe Burrow. I don't know. Nobody knows what Joe Burrow. Like I know what I think he's gonna do.
I tell you what, when he picked him, which was 2 picks right before mine, I was about to take him.
Everybody just stole your quarterbacks.
They stole my quarterback. Oh, that's the reason why I didn't draft till the 12th round.
I'm okay. This is like an unpopular opinion, but I'm huge on Adam Thielen in the 7th round. I think Adam Thielen in the 7th round is great value, especially like people are picking. Oh, some people are picking the Vikings to win the NFC North.
Yeah, because they're saying how the new coach who came from Sean McVay's system is going to air it out a lot more, and it utilizes 2 and 3 wide receivers a lot more. So, yeah, and not only Jefferson's going to get the ball, which he says he already has been quoted like, hey, this is a wide open offense.
Right.
We're going to be slinging it.
And I think he's going to get receptions. He's going to be like the guy who's going to have like 7 catches for like 60-something yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else on Bobby's?
That's about it.
I like his draft. I like his draft a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's balanced. He didn't draft a kicker or a defense, which good for you. Good for you.
Make that stand.
Yes. All right. So we got Menage Trios. I like this here team name, even though he doesn't have Najee Harris.
He had an opportunity.
I'm a little pissed off at this guy because he put me in a body bag draft night. Did you? So my dumbass drafted 3 of the 4 AFC North running backs, and if you recall, he just straight up told me, it's like, yeah, you didn't even get the best one. Just body bagged me.
I know, because what was it? You were the one that mentioned during the video call, you're like, I got 3 of the 4 AFC North backs, and he's like, you
didn't even have the best one. I don't, and you're right. You're absolutely right. I have the 3 worst AFC North running backs. I get it. Anyways,
Joe Mixon, J.K. Dobbins, and Nick Chubb.
Yeah. So it's not. I'm not. Okay, we'll get to mine. Okay, let's refrain from shitting on my draft. Before we actually get to it. All right, I like Robert Woods in the 9th. I know he's been banged up. The two tight end lineup set that he has for his lineup is not bad. I don't mind it because they're two very average tight ends, so it's just like you play the matchup on that one.
And Schultz has a history of getting injured, so
yes.
I mean it's just but he does have good upside, so it's good to kind of make sure he's backed up.
Right. He did go really running back heavy. Like 4 of his 5 first picks were running backs.
Yes, I thought that too. I also thought Deontay Johnson in the 4th round was a little high.
Yeah, I think you reached on that
because he's a Pitt
but
fan.
I mean, we're passionate fans.
We're passionate
fans. So I get it. I made we'd all be lying if we hadn't picked with our heart.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, here's the thing. Josh Jacobs, I don't mind Josh Jacobs. Like, he could have went with, like, a wide receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round. Like, Josh Jacobs averaged 15 points a game when he was in last year. And that Raiders offense has gotten better.
Yeah,
so, like,
but that was when he was in last year, too.
Right. I mean, he only missed, like, 3 or 4 games. I don't know. It wasn't, like, that much, right? Like, I thought I looked it up correctly. He only missed one. He only missed 2 games.
I had him last year.
He only missed 2 games. So, yeah, I know you picked him early, but I like Josh Jacobs again. I think he could have gotten a receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round. I think that would have been better because his wide receiver 2 is Rashad Bateman, which, I mean, it's one of Lamar's top receivers.
And he's been looking good in camp. I wouldn't knock him just yet, but I mean, on paper, yeah, I would have to say it's not like a great look.
I like Jahan Dotson, and like I said, Robert Woods in the 9th. Anything else on this one?
I think that's about it.
I'd put this one in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, same here.
Middle of the pack. All right, Mr. Biggs, Jamar Biggs. Jamar Chase Biggs. I would have picked Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson over Jamar Chase. And I'm a big Jamar Chase fan. I love Jamar Chase, but I mean, you go with Justin Jefferson or Cooper Kupp, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was not a problem that he took the first wide receiver at that pick. It just
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a little iffy on which one.
Maybe if Burrow wasn't as banged up as he is.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. The rest of his draft's okay. I think Cam Akers might have been a little bit of a reach. He has always been. I don't know what it is with Biggs, but he's always been a big fan of L.A. Rams running backs. Todd Gurley,
Darrell Williams, or Darrell Henderson.
Yeah.
My bad. That was the previous draft, and now he got Cam Akers. So I don't know. There's something
about
fascination.
L.A. Is that why you moved out to the West Coast?
Probably so.
But yeah, no. Antonio Gibson in the 5th. Justin Herbert 6th. Like, it's not I don't like the Cordell Patterson. Devontae Smith, I think, is going to be nasty. Let's see. Miles Sanders, he's the running back 1, right? In Philly? Or is he running back 2? Because I know they have, what's his face?
I think it's a 1A, 1B situation going on.
With him and, Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
He just hasn't really grasped the whole running back position, or that starting running back role.
Yeah.
That he was presented with it. He was given all chances.
He did provide us with entertainment by drafting Dak Prescott. So for that, I'm gonna put you above the middle of the pack. And he didn't draft a kicker. So I respect it. I respect it. Anybody who does that, especially the ones who didn't draft a defense. Yeah, his tight end's weak, but then again, like we alluded to earlier, it's like Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, and then like pretty much the rest of the pack. Mm-hmm. Like you got Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller, and like Kittle up there, but other than that, Kittle's probably going to be injured now. That's just my luck. Kittle gets injured, of course. Anyways, all right, you got anything else on Biggs?
That's it.
All right, next one is Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Mr. Luke. I don't mind it. He okay, I do mind it because you can't pick that many Houston and Detroit players all on the same team.
I was about to say there's 2 players from Houston, one from Detroit, Jacksonville, and Washington.
Yeah.
Which all those teams sucked last year.
Yeah, and then he's got the Browns defense, which like is not bad, but when you have like Jacoby Brissett starting for your offense, they're going to be on the field the whole time.
I mean, the Browns' defense was ranked 22 last year.
Yeah. So, like, I guess on paper they look good. Yeah, this was not great. But then again, I mean, like, he did draft Brian Robinson. That man is not human. He got shot twice, released from the hospital a week later. That man is pure steel. He is Superman.
Well, he's going to be out till week 4 or 5 anyways, too. But what I actually kind of...
He's coming back after getting shot twice. That man is a monster.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I'm overlooking this, but yeah, you're right.
What were you gonna say?
No, actually, since we've been kind of dogging on him, since I've been dogging on him, I'll give him this credit: is Zach Ertz is low key kind of a steal at the 10th round pick on this one.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Honestly, under the radar was a number 5 tight end last year.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, that was when he was at Philly, right? Because he's at Arizona now.
Yeah, part Philly, part Arizona.
Right.
Remember,
okay.
He was traded mid-season.
And also, I think Kyler Murray is going to utilize him. He's a good tight end.
He is a good tight end. It's never been his talent's never been in question. It's just he's never been available.
Right. So yeah, Luke, not the greatest. Not the great. I think you reached on Tyreek Hill in Miami. I don't think he's going to do very well. Although I think Miami's going to be a giant dumpster fire this year. People think they're going to be good, which is fine. I mean, like they put a lot of the pieces around Tua to do well. They're going to have a decent defense. I just don't think. I think they're going to implode. I think it's going to be them and Philly.
Too much hype.
Too much.
Way too much hype.
You got anything else on Colin Kaepernick?
Nope.
Okay. So this one, it was team name pending when I wrote this, but it's Gritty Bang Bang. And he's got Justin Jefferson. That's great.
A good one.
It's great. Love it.
Yes.
A lot of people really liked this draft. I'm going to kind of go against the grain on this one and say it was a horrible draft.
It started off as the best draft,
Yes.
and then he had to draft a running back.
Yeah, he didn't draft a running back. Chase Edmonds at Miami. Tony Pollard, he's a backup at Dallas. He was not very good even when Zeke was out. Ramondre Stevenson, don't pick a New England running back. Marquise Brown's a boomer bust. Patrick Mahomes, he could have got on the way back. The Kenneth Gainwell backup, he's going to be splitting everything. Kadarius Toney sucks. He's at the Giants. Sky Moore is one of the only picks I like on this. Khalil Herbert is a Chicago running back, so that's all that needs to be said there.
Yeah, and David Montgomery still should have the grasp of the starting lineup. He hasn't done anything that, let's put it this way, that he shouldn't.
Yeah, it's just I don't like it. I don't like it. And honestly, I'm probably gonna he's probably gonna win the league now because I'm saying this, but I think it's. If you think Chase Edmonds is a good RB1, then you are lying to yourself. Just go look at the stats from last year. If you think he's a good RB1, you are lying to yourself.
I think it's more along the lines of the offense, but nothing's guaranteed with that. And then if he does run the same offense as he did in San Fran, you don't know who the best running back or the starting running back is going to be.
Right. So.
But I don't know. He might be able to go far because he's got a good core. But once those guys go on buys, I think it's gonna kind of drop down. He's gonna have to maybe hit the free agency wire. I'm thinking.
Again, this is nothing against Huff because I'm just going against the grain on this one. I think it's because everybody likes it. I think I hate it.
Gotcha.
I think that's the only reason.
I just think he did draft the best player available for the first 5 rounds.
Agreed. I think he could have got Patrick Mahomes on the way back. And I'm not a big Marquise Brown fan, especially after DeAndre Hopkins gets back from his suspension. I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're talking about getting Patrick Mahomes on the way back, he could have got DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, AJ Dillon.
I was thinking more like he could have got the Darren Waller. That was a big one.
Oh, Darren Waller. Yeah.
He could have got Darren Waller.
That's what I was saying.
That was the huge one. But
he had already had Travis Kelce, so that might not.
That's
work.
true. I don't know. I just think he could have got Patrick Mahomes. Again, I'm going against the grain on this one. I think he could have gotten Patrick Mahomes on the way back. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. again, he's probably going to win the league now. So you're welcome. All right, you got anything else on Huff?
I guess some advice. You could trade a wide receiver for a good running back.
I got you, dog. I got all the AFC North guys. All right, let's get to Ball Hogs. Always good entertainment from James. It's nice. This one, I don't really have much to say, except this. Like if I were to take a look at this after the draft and not know anything about the draft, I would have thought this was auto drafted. This looks like an auto drafted team, right?
Auto drafted team.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the big surprise where he comes out of nowhere because I mean he's set up to do this every draft. I mean we are in the fortunate position to not only have one wild card but two wild cards. Where we just don't know what's going to happen.
No idea what's going to happen. Yes.
So
this is also why we like him and Luke are the two main reasons why we have to vote on trades.
Yes, absolutely.
we definitely have to vote on trades. Justin Tucker in the 10th. Yeah. DK Metcalf, dude. Christian Kirk's gonna be a guy. He's going to be a guy out there.
I was about to say, I like the Christian Kirk. Honestly,
I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
he's going to suck. So? He's a Jacksonville.
Yeah, but
trash.
The thing is they got a new culture. I would say write off anything that you saw last year. Because Doug Peterson's at least going to get something moving a little bit. Mm-hmm. Is it Doug Peterson or Doug Marone? One of the two.
It's
Dougie.
Dougie's
going to...
No, I think it's Peterson.
But I honestly, and I don't mind the Kareem Hunt pick at a 7. He's still a talent, and he may get traded mid-season. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe not as a number 2 back right now, but like hold on later into the season, and he actually might be a pretty good back.
I like the Mike Williams pick at 4.
Yeah, but I love the fact that he drafted not 1 but 2 Seattle wide receivers,
right?
when they have a terrible quarterback situation.
And then, yeah. Way to go, bud. Way to go.
We had a lot on that one.
Yeah.
A lot to release.
And then his running back, too, is Kareem Hunt, just FYI. He picked 2 running backs in the first 13 rounds of the draft.
It wasn't until the last round.
Yeah. He picked 3 running backs all in all. So, good for you, James. Thanks for the free money. All right, so let's move on to our commissioner. His name is I Am Naked. Not a bad draft. I'm not really as high on Breece Hall as a lot of people are, but it's like this is the type of pick I would expect Chris to make.
Yes.
He is the riskier one of the bunch. Like he should be our wild card.
He should be. He probably would normally be in a normal league, but we are no normal league.
Mm-mm. No, the fact that we put our main guy who should be the wild card as our commissioner tells you a lot. But I mean, like I said, it's not a bad draft. Up and down, I really don't mind it. I'm just Kyle Pitts in the 3rd round is tough, but I think he kind of had to because I don't think he would have gotten him on the way back. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I love the Jalen Waddle pick. I mean, he's a big Kyler Murray guy. It's just up and down. He stole George Pickens from me, so I'm a little salty about that. But he's got some young guys, and I think all in all, it's good. Dalvin Cook is probably what I would have picked at that spot. Yeah, if he stays healthy, it'd be good. Devontae Adams. I don't know. What do you think?
I think a little bit too much rookie running backs. Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker as your number 2 and 3.
Yeah, but he cuffed the Jets with Michael Carter.
He did cuff the Jets with. That's a good call. I thought the Breece Hall was a little too high.
Yeah, I did too.
And Jalen Waddle was a good pick at number 5. I will give him that as well. But honestly, I think Kenneth Walker will finish off better numbers than Breece Hall. I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big Breece Hall fan.
Kenneth Walker or Michael Carter, you mean?
No.
Kenneth Walker will be better than Breece Hall?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you think Kenneth Walker is going to take over Rashad Penny's? role?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, Rashad Penny, he's had opportunities, and
he hasn't really performed. He's
Not
a mediocre running back.
not a consistent basis. He'll have a game every now and then.
He's a mediocre running back. All right, so the last thing I have is shout out to Chris picking 2 kickers and no defense.
So he did the opposite.
Yes, he went the opposite direction, which I love. I'm anytime like people just blatantly say fuck you to the rules, I'm all about it.
Yeah. But the funny thing is if you will actually do go back over to free agency, he did drop Harrison Butker.
Oh, I'm sure he did. This is all based on just the draft. This isn't this isn't what's happened after the draft. This is all just based solely on the draft. Do you have anything else on Chris?
That's about it.
Okay. My team, Hitting Rugs. I might be the worst drafter of all time. Like, this is getting ridiculous now. I overthink and panic pick like no one I've ever seen before. I wanted Alvin Kamara. With my first pick. Why didn't I choose him? Like, I was thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, whenever Chris picked, I was like, oh, please don't pick Alvin Kamara because I really want him. And he picked Dalvin Cook, and I had Alvin Kamara. And then for some reason, I picked Joe Mixon. I have no idea why I picked Joe Mixon. Did I think that Alvin Kamara was going to be coming on the way back? Why? If I did, then why? Because he wasn't. And then, the only thing in my head that I could think of is the assault charges. Those are we don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But they're minor assault charges, and this is an NFL player. Throw him a couple of $100,000, and boom, be done with it. And then I decided to get Nick Chubb, which I could have got Devontae Adams. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. This doesn't. I could have got Travis Kelce, Zeke. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am the world's worst drafter of all time.
I think you're bashing yourself a little too much.
I am, but that's just because I got mad.
Yeah,
I'm angry. I'm hot.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see you're hot right here. But I mean, the thing is George Kittle. I mean, it's unfortunate that he got hurt. J.K. Dobbins is good if he's healthy. I think he's going to be a really good back. I think Michael Thomas.
Was a gamble for me.
Was a great value at 6, though. I mean, he still technically can be top of the league, and his status is a little bit more clear than it was last year.
Right.
And
I don't like the Devin Singletary pick. I think I'm with you. I think James Cook is going to just delete him and take over his starting role.
And Zach Moss is still in the backfield too, but Zach Moss or Devin Singletary hasn't taken advantage of it. So if James Cook shows any signs of production,
right, he's going to
take off with it. So that maybe not that. Big Aaron Rodgers guy.
Oh, I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers guy. He does drugs. He does. I don't care. He's 38 years old and has no one to pass it to. He does drugs.
I had a similar comparison with you and Chris on this. Chris has a love affair with Kyler Murray. You got a love affair with Aaron Rodgers.
I do. I don't, and it's toxic.
And honestly, I really believe you just modeled yourself after the Green Bay Packers this year. So basically, you got good, strong running backs at the top, and you got Aaron Rodgers, good quarterback, and then you just have a bunch of rookie wide receivers.
Yeah. I like the rookies. I also, all right, the one thing I like is my Raheem Mostert pick. I got him way down here, and I think that he might be able to put in some decent playing time.
He's explosive.
And I'm not a big Chase Edmonds guy. I mean, they have a couple of running backs, but I like that.
And
pick.
He's the only one that's actually fully healthy out of the running back committee of Chase Edmonds, Myles Gaston, and that Savion Ahmad guy. I think.
Yeah.
I'm botching his name, but you know the point.
I dropped Christian Watson and picked up Dante Foreman for when Christian McCaffrey gets hurt.
For a win, not if. For a win.
All right. You got anything else on me? Because
that's about it.
It's tough. All right, CD's nuts. Now, with this one, I will never, until he stops dominating the league, I will not question him. That's what I got. See, because I don't really like the draft, but I'm not going to question him. Okay, I think the Travis Etienne move was a little high.
I thought that was high.
Kudos to him for picking CeeDee Lamb so he can keep the same same name.
Yes, he did that. He did CeeDee Lamb and he did Elijah Moore from last year.
Yes. Yeah, so I like the consistency. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
It's consistency.
He's been dominating the league.
He had the same 11th pick as he did last year. Mm-hmm. He drafted 2 of the same guys. So, I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically what I got on him. I'm not going to question Chris Valente until he gives me a reason to.
I will say he does like white running backs.
He does. You are not wrong.
He likes white running backs, and that's not a racist thing. It's just he's got Zamir White and Rashad White.
Yeah. Just big white guy. All right, you got anything else on CD's nuts?
No, that's it.
All right, back runner-up. This guy. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Yo, he has not lost money in 3 years.
He's not lost money.
He hasn't won any, but he hasn't lost any.
Oh, gosh.
Good for you, bud. I loved it. Okay, it's a risky draft, but I love it. Because, if it pans out, this is another if for me. Because, obviously, the Kamara situation, Saquon Barkley's injury prone. I like the Allen Lazard pick, Rashad Penny. I don't like that's an if. Alexander Mattinson, he's just waiting on Dalvin Cook to get injured, and DeAndre Hopkins suspended for the first 6 games. I love the Jarvis Landry pick way late, but again, this is a big if for me, and I'm not gonna question it anymore because he also has dominated the league. He's just been the runner-up. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he's always the regular season king. He always dominates the regular season. He's always in the top 2.
I was thinking, honestly, up and down, I think it is one of the better rosters. The only thing is he just, except for a tight end.
Right. And I tried to trade him George Kittle before the news, and he didn't do it. So I do want Alvin Kamara. So if you want to start talking trades, I will be interested. So, all right, well, you got anything else?
I think that's it on the draft.
Yeah, I really do like Jerv's draft. It's one of my favorites for sure. But all right, we were gonna do rankings, but people got really pissed off last year.
Yeah, it's pretty controversial.
Yeah,
we'll wait till the actual end season.
And yeah, exactly. We'll wait till mid-season or any, whatever.
Because everybody's envisioning themselves having the best team right now.
Well, not everybody. Most people. I'm not. I'm just hoping I don't lose the toilet bowl. So yeah, we did the awards. We have Steal of the Draft, Best Names, What the Fuck Moment, Biggest Reach, Best Team Draft, Worst Team Draft. Joe, you want to start with the Steal of the Draft?
Steal of the Draft, yes. I'll start off. There was some that I mentioned during, and there was quite a few on here that could be mentioned. Maybe not as much as you would think because everybody drafted fairly well, except for James, who auto-drafted, basically.
Yeah. Yes.
But I would have to go with, in the 5th round, Gabe Davis. I think is going to turn out to be one of the steals of the draft.
Oh man, you went with the same guy I did. I think Allen Lazard's gonna be the steal of the draft. Jerv got both of them.
Back-to-back picks.
Back-to-back steals of the draft. Oh man.
Yeah, with Gabe Davis, he's another year into the system. Kind of broke out last year. And, I mean, Josh Allen, there's no indication that they're not going to keep slinging the ball.
Right, and he got Josh Allen, too. So he's got Josh Allen and Gabe Davis.
Yes.
So he's going to just rack up those points.
Yes.
I also think, Allen Lazard's is Rodgers' clear number 1. I think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers' Devontae Adams this year. Obviously, he's not as good.
It's really lined up to be that way.
Right, so, that's just what I think. I think he's got... he's got 2 steals. Good for you, Jerv. Good for you.
Yeah.
What's your best team name right now? Obviously, this is subject to change because that's just the way our league works. We change names every single week.
Yes. Yeah, I had to go with Jerv as well on this one.
Really?
Back to back runner up. It's just too funny. It's so true. It's way too funny.
It is. And then, did you see his picture?
I mean,
it's Reggie Miller doing the choke job. It's great. I love it.
That's awesome. He probably even could have filled in Aaron Rodgers with that.
Yeah.
Left the same pick.
We had some good ones. I like Campbell's Starbucks Cup. One ass cheek, three toes. That's if you've seen, you had to see Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick. That's the most Luke thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I like Jamar Chase Biggs. I wish he would have spelled it Jamar. Menage Trios. I've heard of it, but it's pretty good. My favorite, I'm gonna go with Gritty Bang Bang. And
Gritty Bang Bang.
Yeah, it has there was no bias there at all.
No bias.
No bias, none whatsoever. All right, so we got a what the fuck moment. Like it's something in the draft where everybody was just like, "Yo, what the fuck is he doing?" What's yours?
It's got to be the Tom Brady as the third round and the first quarterback taken.
Tom Brady in the third round. Yeah, that was a pretty good what the fuck moment. Yeah, I mean it's ultimately one of the biggest reaches.
Yes.
Too. But I'm gonna go. My what the fuck moment is going to be Luke making an impromptu Uber ride to Applebee's in the middle of the draft. Like what?
I mean, he had to get those Long Islands.
Dude, bro, I don't know what it was. The picklebacks are calling his name. Right in the middle of the draft, just orders an Uber. It just goes right to Applebee's.
Unbelievable.
I love it. Luke's my favorite person ever. All right, so we got biggest reach, and I'm guessing neither one of us picked Tom Brady. I kind of went outside the box with this one. Not outside the box, but
I went with dual running backs in the fourth round. Dual rookie running backs in the fourth round. Dameon Pierce and Breece Hall. I feel like rookie running backs always get hyped up, especially if they have like an inside shot to the starting role, and just never pan out like they
don't. It's not that they never pan out. I see what you're saying. They don't never pan out, but they don't always pan. They mostly don't pan out like people think they will.
I mean, I just go back to, what was it? Michael Carter was the one that was getting hyped up last year.
Yeah.
And right before the draft.
And he didn't do very well.
Didn't do anything.
My biggest reach is Travis Etienne. I think he's just I haven't seen anything from him. Like he was a talented guy at Clemson, and like I get it. Jacksonville's trying to like establish a new culture and everything, but I don't know. I would have picked A.J. Dillon over Travis Etienne.
He's considered a dual threat running back, but the thing is I think he really doesn't have he's not very imposing on the running side of things.
Yeah. Look, he's not a bad pick. For the fourth round, I think it's too much of a reach.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's go to the best. What was your biggest reach? Did you say it?
Yeah, the Damian.
Yeah, that's right. The best team draft. Who do you think had the best draft?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna like this one. Honestly, I thought you had the best draft.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm just sitting here listening to yourself shit on your team. I'm like, I'd take your team.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
You want to do just a gigantic team trade?
Yeah, let's just trade swap or just team swap.
Team swap.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I don't have yours, but I think I like Jerv's. I think Jerv has the best. Just as a up and down draft, not like who I think will win. I think he had one of the best drafts, I think, because he was picking 12. It's not the easiest spot. I kind of like 12. You get the back-to-back picks. I was looking. I liked Luther's draft. I didn't really like Matt's. He went too running back heavy. I was torn between those two. You had a good draft. I thought you had a decent draft, but yeah, it was Jerv and Luth. I think I'm gonna go with, just because of the if factor with Christian. I think he had to go with Christian McCaffrey there.
Yeah,
but I think I'm gonna go with Jerv. Again, this has nothing to do with who I think is gonna win. This is just who I think had the best draft. Worst draft is, I'm gonna go with. The easiest one's gonna be James, but I think I'm gonna go with Luke. Just too many Houston and just terrible teams. on that team. Houston, just Detroit, Washington. The Jacksonville. It's just half his team is just like the shitty teams in the NFL.
Yeah. I honestly, and might be me getting wrapped up in my head, but I'm not a big fan of my draft.
No?
Not a big fan of my draft. So
I think we're both just really hard on ourselves.
Yeah, maybe so. But I don't know. Like, looking back at it now, I mean, Elijah Mitchell, yeah, he's a good back, and they run heavy, but are we going to really...
It's a community.
Yeah, it's a community backfield. Like, are we going to really know who's going to be the star each week in and week out? I mean, yeah, I got Tyrion Davis-Price but in there as well, but it's going to be tough to figure it out.
It's not... And, like, you think, like, you'd probably cuff the running backs at San Francisco with TDP, but that's the thing. You don't. Like, they have a community. That's just how Kyle Shanahan runs his offense.
Yeah. And then the other thing is like, I think there's too many of the same team that I have. I've got 2 San Francisco running backs, 2 San Francisco wide receivers. Way too many people from San Francisco. Not sure why I have an obsession with San Fran. 2 people from Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago one's tough because like they just haven't shown that they are going to be anything.
Yeah. So like as far as the players go, I mean they're not terrible or anything, but it's just like I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. We'll see. All right, let's get going because I got to get to work.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm stoked for the season. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing. We upped the money. I think we're gonna try some new punishments and some new we're gonna maybe try and draft destination next year. I don't know, but it's gonna be fun. All right, love y'all.
Later.